All right, with Ty Kretz after a 200-pound round of 69 here in the third round of the state amateur championship, a nice job bouncing back. How did it feel, and do you feel you got out of the round what you wanted?
Yeah, I mean, I started hot. I started birdie, birdie, eagle. I holed out on hole 3 from 135 yards, so it was just a good start. But just a couple bad 3 putts, but stuff to just get cleaned up, and I think we could be right back in it again. But today was just a good moving day, especially with the weather, and just posting a score that was somewhat decent, especially for these conditions. So
let's talk about that start. How long were the birdie putts on 1 and 2, or is it 2 and 3?
1 and 2.
1 and 2. Yep.
So 1 was probably about 8-9 feet.
Okay.
And then 2, I thought I flagged it with my 5-iron on for my second shot and just came up short, and I just chipped it to about 3 feet. And then on hole 3, I just holed out from about 135. And
what did you hit there?
Just a little chip 9, just to keep the spin off it a little bit, but it spun back into the hole perfectly. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
At that point, what are you thinking?
I was just trying to keep my composure. I mean, there's a lot of golf to be played. We have 18 holes left tomorrow, so I mean, and at that point, I still had 3/4 of my round left. So just to stick with it, and I ended up 3-putting 4 there. So just a bad 3-putt, but got back on it with a birdie on 6. So.
Did you have another 3-putt bogey in the back?
Yes, I 3-putted 12.
12. Okay.
Yep.
And then you made it birdie down the stretch?
Yep, I birdied 18.
You did? Okay.
Yep, I birdied 18. And
what did you hit in there to how far?
I hit 60 degree from 77 yards to about 5 feet.
So a great way to start, great way to end.
Yep.
What do you anticipate? I mean, today was hard because Joe was steady for a long time, and now he's kind of fallen back. Drake Wilcox is at the top. We've got some different names. We've got some familiar names. What do you, as you looked at tomorrow, what are you seeing as far as what you have to do?
They're all great players. I mean, it's anybody's game. I mean, everyone's within 5 strokes, and as you can see, I mean, 5 strokes isn't much out here. A lot of things can go wrong fast, and especially with all these the bigger trees, you can get out of position very easily, and just string a couple bogeys together, and brings everybody back in it. So you just got to play your game and stay consistent. So.
Was there a common denominator between your first round and your third round as to why you played well?
I hit my short irons a lot better today. Yesterday I was just pulling them and just really struggled to hit greens. But I mean, driver's been good all 3 rounds. I have nothing to complain about that. But just the short irons were a lot better. Wedges today in the first round were very comparable. But yesterday, I just wasn't on my game yesterday, and it just cost me a little bit. So.
And last question is, will you have to? You always have to stay in the moment in a championship like this, but is it more important here than like in Erin Hills or Sand Valley because of how, finite the margin of error is off the tee and then on the greens?
Yeah, so I mean, all those courses are super difficult, but I mean, it gives you a little bit more leeway on the fairways with those bigger fairways at Sand Valley and Erin Hills, but here you just get a little out of position. I mean, sometimes you're on the right side of the fairway and you can't go for the green yet, or you just have to flight a iron in there just because there's an overhanging tree. Mm-hmm. And then you just got to think about where that pin is on the green, and you don't want to be above it. I mean, you'll get in some spots like on hole 1. I mean, Jacob was past the pin. I mean, he had a pretty good shot in there, but he just didn't have a chance at keeping it within 3 feet of the hole. And it just being on the right spot of the green is just very big, and I think I did that very well between rounds 1 and 3. So
awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, we'll look forward to that happening tomorrow.
Yeah,
Ty, thanks a lot.
Thank you.